Coucou les coucous! Prochaine série que je commence, ça va être une série très très simple pour moi. C'est Thomas Was Alone. Comme je dis, c'est un platformer, c'est tout ce qui est plus simple, c'est quasiment trop basic. Ça va être simple pour moi dans le sens que tout a une narration. Et je dois admettre que le plus gros chunk de qu'est-ce qui vaut la peine pour le jeu, c'est justement la narration, le narrateur qui fait, je dirais pas 51% du jeu, mais si tu considères tout l'histoire, le voice acting, le gameplay, les graphiques, la musique, la chose la plus importante, c'est la narration. Je dirais que la deuxième, c'est la musique. Donc, sans plus tarder, on va commencer. C'est vrai. New game. The program was a failure. People forget this. It was an amazing flop, a massive flop. The coders started adding name string to the AI's joke. Thomas wasn't special. It was just an AI in the right place at the right time. Gordon Falkenberg.
Thomas was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
Et je suis Thomas. Je peux passer sur Space pour sauter. Gauche à droite, je peux faire du WSD, ouais. Et c'est le premier niveau. C'est fini.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
Donc là, j'ai menti. J'ai pris sur Space pour jumper, mais le tutoriel ne nous l'a pas montré encore. Ça continue, non? Oh no! What will I do?
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
I fell down upward!
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
On voyait le texte qui dépassait, c'est littéralement en bas à gauche, là. Comme ici, le texte va disparaître à droite. C'est littéral. Ce que je vois, c'est ce que vous voyez, là. Cinquième niveau.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment.
Oh no!
He was starting to suspect it might...
Oh. J'espère qu'il va recommencer ce qu'il disait.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose.
Nah. Paranoia.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
Si on peut voir que la source de lumière est en quelque part en arrière.
It might have been paranoia again, But Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious.
Si on a un checkpoint.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note.
Water, not good. Avoid.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
Because Thomas was alone. Donc là, je tiens à préciser qu'ici que Thomas, là, c'est juste un rectangle qui se promène dans mon écran, là. Il a une belle personnalité, mais on s'entend que c'est 100% le narrateur qui l'a fait. Parce que, ultimement, c'est juste un rectangle.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Nouvelle tune. I submitted hundreds of bug reports. I told that idiot this would happen. Overlapping scripts. More than one error was bound to be spawned into an environment at some point. Turns out I missed the point. That little error changed everything. Luke Russell, QA intern.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
L, R fait rien. Q, E fait rien. Donne-moi une petite seconde. On va aller voir les options. Oh. C'est tout ce que j'ai. Alright. Donne-moi une petite seconde. Je vais juste fouiner. Alright. Bon, ben, je peux peser sur 1 et 2 pour changer. On va simplement faire ça. Ici, on a Chris. Chris, c'est pas un bon jumper. Puis il aime pas Thomas. Mais Thomas doit l'aider.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Thomas is no longer alone. Malheureusement, la personne avec qui il était avec l'aime pas beaucoup. Ah! That was a bad jump. Good enough. Et voilà.
Okay, this was more like it. The glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him? Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Donc, comme je disais, le gameplay est très simple. Comme ceci. Le gameplay est très simple. Si le jeu vous intéresse, je vous encourage fortement à aller vous le pogner vous-même. Il n'est pas trop cher, des fois il est en sale, je pense. Il vaut la peine. Parce que regarder quelqu'un jouer, c'est littéralement y jouer. Fait que c'est ça. Moi, je vous suggère de peut-être juste, si vous voulez jouer, l'essayer. Finissez l'épisode, puis après ça, allez vous le chercher vous-même. Mais moi, j'ai l'intention de le faire au complet.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Alright. Ouais, il est loin, lui.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred.
Stare down.
He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Careful what you wish for. La plateforme est partie. Hein? Je me fais encore désintégrer. Hey! Un ami!
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
Fuck. Toi, viens ici.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway?
I'm not a dot, I'm a rectangle. Can't you see it?
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch, to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies.
John is a caring soul.
You could tell from the sympathetic expression he practiced in the mirror all these years.
Donc oui, pour changer, je pèse sur 1, 2, 3, puis ça représente les couleurs qui sont en bas à droite de l'écran. Fait que 1, 2, 3, puis j'ai remarqué qu'il change de game en game. Donc ça se peut que je sois un peu fourré comment je me déplace. On va les laisser tomber vu que je peux pas bouger pendant ce temps-là. Ciao! Ah ouais, Chris, t'es capable. Même John a besoin d'un petit boost une fois de temps en temps, on dirait.
John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Un peu prétentieux, pourtant. Mais le cœur a de l'air d'être à bonne place. De faire ça. Ouais! Alright. Chris, t'es capable.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
Alright. Next up. John, toi, tasse-toi. Ça marchera pas, hein? Ah ouais, ça marche.
The angry orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
On arrive. Alright, moi je vais appeler ça un épisode. On va garder le blabla du début de la prochaine game pour la prochaine niveau, pour le prochain épisode. Alors on se reprend ici la prochaine fois. Alors, au revoir et à bientôt.